What's going on, people? It's Wednesday, 13th of July. And I'll be honest, I got my brother on my mind. Listening to some, this is us, this is my brother. Myself on bass, which you can't quite hear, and then Gary Foster on drums. It was a year ago today, or tomorrow, one of these days, that I called and there was no answer. So I got that sinking feeling. I knew that, hear me out, folks. I knew my brother's health wasn't the best. However, I really did not think he was on death's door. But when there was no answer this morning a year ago, my heart sunk and I raced over to his apartment. No answer. So I got the building manager to come and let me into the apartment, and we couldn't get in because of the chain was on the door. So I knew for sure that my brother was inside and gone. So, of course, we called the fire department and they broke in. So, my heavy grief is done. The sadness that goes with losing loved ones is still there. It comes and goes in waves. But I'm realistic about life. We all die. We all do. But he's on my mind this morning, and my brother was a big jazzer. He, all the way back to when we were kids, and Stephanie, you'll remember this, my brother Patrick always didn't understand my taste in music. He made fun of me, you know. I'd be listening to something I really like. I can remember one day in particular, for some reason, I was listening to Bo Hansen. I just love Bo Hansen's music, and he just made so much fun of me. You listen to that music made for rabbits. I thought for a minute about digging up a bunch of jazz to show you, and then it just fell apart. I'll just look over here and see if I can quickly grab something to vibe on. So I'm just grabbing this bunch because I know that in this bunch here we're close to Charlie Parker. Hopefully I pulled some. Did I? I didn't get the Parker, but I got the Joe Pass. My brother Pat loved Joe Pass. He was particularly into Charlie Parker, though. What do I have? And I don't even have all the Charlie Parker that I have all together in one spot because I inherited some from him. As we go through this pile here going towards Parker, here's Parliament's Chocolate City. Fantastic album. And then we get into some Charlie Parker. Bird on Tenor, 1943, Birth of the Bebop. Charlie Parker was an amazing, groundbreaking, game-changing musician who also had mental illness. What a shame. Jazz at Massey Hall. I've listened to this quite a few times. Bud Powell, Max Roach, Dizzy Gillespie, Charlie Mingus. Amazing shit. Now, my dad, as I've told you, was a jazz musician. He never, as far as I know, he did not know Charlie Parker, but did actually attend a Charlie Parker show, and I have a picture of the show that my dad took. But my dad knew Dizzy Gillespie. Charlie Parker, Ultimate Bird, 1949-56. There's a lot of these recordings, you know, lo-fi, but when you hear what he's doing on the horn, it's mind-blowing. It is. It's mind-blowing. Okay. All right, quick. The other records that I pulled that came up are interesting because Hugh, I think that's your name, brought up Bernard Parmegiani yesterday. And I think you mentioned this one, didn't you, Hugh? De Natura Sonorum. Bernard Parmegiani, pioneering sound crafter. But then Jazz at Midnite, Charlie Parker, I think. Is this a recent reissue? They did one recently where it's on blue vinyl, and yeah, this is it. It's on blue vinyl. I haven't listened to this really closely yet, but I grabbed it when I saw it. I love Charlie Parker, and there are some of his solos where it's like it almost changes the atmosphere in the room. It's so out of this world. Bird and Diz, the proving ground. Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie, it's kind of like they were the proving ground for jazz musicians, you know. Everyone who was there knows and tells you Miles Davis, everyone. You know, if you could cut it with those cats, you could cut it with anybody. Bird is Free. This one I remember my dad used to play. He'd get really excited and play this one. I don't remember which tracks on here, but I think there are some particularly dope solos on this session. Charlie Parker, West Coast Time. I need to get this covered. Night in Tunisia is one of the songs. He didn't write it, Gillespie did, but it's one that I enjoyed playing with my brother quite a bit, and my dad. We played that together. And here's a Charlie Parker album I have on ESP. The ESP label, Broadcast Performances. And I have more, Parker. I have more. Like I said, I just thought I'd pull these. Just thinking about my brother. And then another record that was in the pile that I pulled because I got to cover it. It's like I keep finding records I need to get plastic coverings for. Alan Parsons Project. Don't play this much, but you know, you guys that know Alan Parsons know it's a good one, and it's a keeper. Again, I don't answer all the questions in my in the comment section. And honestly, sometimes when people ask me certain questions, my responses, and if I were to respond, they'd probably get mad and say, well, fuck, do some research, you know. Find out, you know. Find out. Okay, I'm stopping there. People have a wonderful day. I'm not speaking about this world's affairs because it's just a quagmire, right? I'm going to listen to some music and try to enjoy this day.